Nobody's ever even heard of it before. Nobody's ever heard of anything like this before.
Wait,
but
are we
they then
talking
did
about
it,
Kamala?
They
What the
say on
fuck?
numerous occasions.
What the fuck's going on here?
And the FCC is looking at it very strongly, and everybody's looking at it, but
sounds
nobody's
like
ever
some
seen anything. Think of it. They took her answers and they changed them. And I don't mean they changed a word or two, or they cut off a half a sentence, or they cut off a couple of words. I mean, I've had that happen too, but that you just say, then they say, well, we want brevity. We wanted to do it for time.
This
They took out
asshole
her answer
has
and they inserted an entirely
feelings.
different answer that made her sound confident. And they did
Feelings
this,
of that lady
and nobody's ever. I thought I've heard of
who
everything when it
laughed
comes
in
to that
his
stuff. No, I've never heard of it. Nobody's ever seen it. So we sued, and we are in discussions of settlement.
What would a number be like off the bat? What's a number that you would?
I think it's a lot. It could have. It probably did affect
Max,
the
I
election.
understand.
I mean, we won by a lot. As I said, too big to rig. But it probably did affect the election. Probably could have won by more. But I could have lost the election because of that. We have to get to honest elections. We have to go back to paper ballots.
Lies
We have
and
to go back to voter ID.
feelings.
One-day election, ideally, or short term, not these 48-day and 61-day
Unfortunately, I really want to
elections
hear
where
what he's
boxes are put in a
saying.
room and, let's move the boxes because we're putting in a new air conditioning system. And you see the boxes move, and then you
This
say, well,
asshole
where are all the
has
boxes?
feelings.
What happened to the boxes that never came back?
He
Our
loves
elections are
lies and feelings.
extremely dishonest. We're the only country in the world that has mail-in voting and all of these different things that we put in. No other country in the world has it. France went to, they had some of the things that we had, and they went to same-day voting, all paper. And paper is very
This
sophisticated.
asshole just can't let them
It's a very
go.
sophisticated form of voting
His
right now. It's a very
feelings
safe
so
form of voting. The other things for the governors, I wish the governors would do it because the paper ballots will cost 9% of the machines. And
This
they're 100%.
is just
they're,
big
nothing's foolproof, but they're
treason.
as close as you get.
Crimes
we'll
and
see what happens. But on the 60-minute thing,
misdemeanors.
nobody's ever seen anything like it.
Will you link the
Here just about.
And I don't think it's linked, but probably the lawyers look at it, because I know it's going along. FCC is headed by a very competent person, and you have some very competent people on the board, and so I think they're looking at it very seriously. Yeah.
The deals that you talked about, you've set a cost fund negotiated with. Is President Putin distinct in any way?
He's a very smart guy. He's
This
a very cunning person,
asshole
but
just can't stop
I've dealt with some people I've dealt with some really bad people. But I will tell you, as far as this is concerned, you have to understand, he had no intention, in my opinion, of settling this war.